All right, family. We live again with the general. You already know what time it is. We got that fire for you all the time. You feel me? We're gonna be talking about the Israeli soldier that was filmed in Lebanon smashing the statue of Jesus. With a sludgehammer, going to work, let you know how they really feel about you. Letting you know how they really feel about your family. But before we get started, I want to make sure you get over to Patreon. All you had to do is click that link right up there at the top of the chat, man. We got over 600 exclusive live streams waiting on you when you get over there. Uh, dropping tomorrow. We got it for your family. The Islamic Comedic Order. We want you in the house for that. The visuals, mind blowing, the information off the chain. You cannot get this nowhere else other than the general. Period. You understand what I'm saying? Click the link. We're gonna be talking about the Israeli soldier. This is what's crazy about this. This is what's crazy about this. Once you read the Talmud, you see, once you read the Talmud, once you read the protocols of Zion, and and they try to say, oh, that's fake, and no, it ain't. Even if somebody put it together, they still use remnants of your remnants of the Talmud, in which one of the most vile books on the planet. You even got Europeans, you even got Christians doing videos on YouTube about how vile the Talmud is the sacred book of Orthodox Jews. And they talk about how Jesus was in hell, boiling in hot shit. That's exactly what they say. That Jesus was in hell, boiling in hot shit. That Mary was a whore. That she had Jesus by some Roman soldier or something. But this is what they think about you. And see, and so this is critical because you could go research this. And what's critical to me is that all these quote unquote, even the Pope, even the Pope, he got the yarmulke on his head too. He got the yarmulke. If you see him, he got the yarmulke back there. Uh, they go to the Wailing Wall and wail, you see, and pledge allegiance, but yet they Christians. And I'm thinking to myself, how is it that you could pledge allegiance to these people, knowing what they think about your supposed God? And unless all y'all fake. All that shit is fake. You know what I'm saying? Because for real, it's no way you could ignore. I was seeing like over in that's some of the like graffiti that they be having over there in Israel. Jesus is a bastard. Yeah, man, listen. Mary was a whore. They spray paint that on certain buildings. That's a part of their graffiti. So, I mean, and they show that one video over there where I don't know, some Christian woman was in she was in Israel, and little Jew boys, they were just walking by, and they saw us standing there, and they just started spitting on her, down by her feet, just spitting. That's what they do, just spit. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa. And I seen this one video where this white guy, he was over there, and he was a Christian. And he was over there trying to, I don't know if he was over there trying to expose them for what. And man, they was about to do damage to his ass. And the Israeli police pulled up and they told him, they was like, you gonna have to get up out of here. Now I'm gonna get you out of here, but you gotta get the fuck on. Cause once I ain't got nothing else to say to you, and so they gave him an opportunity, but they didn't look like they was gonna do too much after that. They would, because the people was getting riled up because he was trying to evangelize Jesus over there and this, that, and the third. But they ain't really for that. They ain't about that. You know what I'm saying? They don't even want Christians over there for real. They don't even want Christians over there for real. And so here it is, but all the you over there want, but see, that's why even Netanyahu, he do some shit on his own. You know what I'm saying? He do shit on his own, regardless to what the United States doing. You see, well, yeah, and so United States would be saying one thing, and then he go and fuck it up, and so I seen what Donald Trump had to check him a couple of times, like, man, you're gonna have to sit your ass still, you know what I'm saying? Because you fucking, we trying to do some shit over here, and y'all just want to be, they believe they just want to exterminate. Them Israelis is, man, listen, they really trying, man, for real. When people talk about a genocide, they is trying to eradicate. You know what I'm saying? If don't nobody, they ain't gonna stop. That's just how they is. They don't even stop. They just go until the last man or last woman or child is unalive. That's how they get down. And so, and how they look, and when you get off into the Talmud and shit, they say that everything that ain't a Jew is a goyim. You know what I'm saying? A goyim is like, you ain't even got a soul. You ain't even got a soul. You know what I'm saying? That's real talk. Anything outside of a Jew is a goyim, and they say you like a beast. You like cattle. You know what I'm saying? You to be treated like cattle and beast of the field without a soul. And so once you under this ain't shocking. They know this shit. They didn't seen worse from the Israelis. They got videos over there now where Christians go over there to you try to man, you could get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? They be busting their head, and these be white Christians. They say, take your ass home. They got all kind of, but take your ass home. Spitting all on the ground and shit, in front. Some of them probably just spit right on your ass. You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't even, ain't no way. I'd be a dead motherfucker. I tell you that. You see what I'm saying? Cause I'd have went upside that motherfucker head. They would have had, you know what I'm saying? I would have went enraged. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Motherfuckers, what? Man, please. I'd have knocked all their motherfucking teeth out their mouth. They probably would have, that's why I don't go nowhere, because I'd be dead. I'll be a dead nigga, because I wouldn't contain, man. What? Oh no, that will not be tolerated. You see, man, please. I'd have took one of them ancient. I'd have been in that motherfucker like David. You understand? You'd have seen me with a boulder, nigga. I'd have been spinning that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Cracking that skull open. I'm telling you. Ain't gonna be no disrespect on that level, but because they is highly disrespectful. I think I'm gonna go and put some of them old videos I used to watch. I'm about to watch some tonight. Where that one white boy was over there trying to evangelize. They was about to crack, even the old ones about to crack his head. Like, take your ass home. Spitting and shit and all of that. So this is not surprising, family. Don't think it's surprising, because it's not. They know that. And again, before we get off, it's crazy how they know how they think, and they still go over there and they pledge allegiance by going to that wailing wall, put the yarmulke on their head, and go over there to the wailing wall and take that oath. And take that oath. Every president then did it. Every last one of them. And the Pope take his ass over there too. He take his ass over there. I wonder why Pope Leo said something about Donald Trump, but he didn't say nothing about Netanyahu. Do he say anything about Netanyahu? I'm just saying. Like, if you're gonna say something about one, you might as well say something. Maybe he was talking about both of them. When he said tyrants, maybe he was talking about it. But he walked that shit back, y'all. Y'all didn't hear about that. Yeah, the Pope said something. He walked it back. Yeah, he walked it back. He walked it back. They said, just show you. He ain't, yeah. He walked that shit back. He's trying to say that, the speeches and shit that he had was written 2 weeks before any of they even went over there. You see what I'm saying? So he trying to say it wasn't about Trump. So yeah, that motherfucker trying to throw that shit in reverse. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, family, I'm gonna talk about that. It's already tomorrow, but we got one more for the road. Make sure y'all get over there to Patreon family and let me get it up there. Get that work, the Islamic Comedic Order, man. I got some fire for y'all on that one, and you ain't gonna get it nowhere else. Click the link and come on back for the last video for the night, family. Black Power.